Welcome back to the channel. Um, Background's a little different. I think that it's been over a month since I sat down and recorded. So, a lot can happen in a month. I've been pondering many ideas in this brain of mine of what I wanted to talk about. Kind of with the holidays going around, and just was thinking a lot to myself and trying to get a better idea of what I really want to talk about, what matters to me, and just feeling more aligned with myself. Been working out a lot more, trying to be more grounded, not use as much filler when I talk, not having this anxious energy to myself when I talk. Especially in these videos, I just want to share my ideas and see what happens. I'm really interested in videos of people just sitting down, setting up a camera, and speaking their mind about it. Simple as that, but I think it keeps a very raw type of content you want from a creator. At least what I personally want in my life. And I feel like that content resonates with me a lot. Sitting out today in California, late January, it's cold. Last time I recorded, I think it was pretty warm, or at least warm enough for me to consider going outside and sitting down to record a video. But now I'm in a heavy jacket. It's feeling like high 40s, maybe low 40s. And for California standards, especially in SoCal, that's pretty damn cold, in my opinion. Not say it's freezing cold. Out to anyone who lives in a cold state, probably laughing at me, even saying that this temperature is cold. But wanted to sit down today and talk about having a sense of urgency in one's life. Now, probably the first thing you're thinking of here is, what's there to be urgent about? Is it like desperate energy? Is it something where it's a wake-up call for you? Urgency can be defined in many ways, but for me, I think the takeaway I want for you to have from this video is that hold yourself to a high standard. And if you're not seeing results or the things you want in life, raise the urgency of it. In my job, there's different priorities to certain things I work on in my day, such as like tech casework, supposedly. So it goes from low, medium, high, critical. For your own life, let's bump that thing to critical, because damn, man, I don't know when I'm going to drop from this earth. I know it's a very morbid thought to think about, but you have a new perception on things when you go with that mindset, because you stop taking time for granted. You stop letting fear hold your life, because it has held me a lot of times in my young 27 years. And some days I still lose that battle, to be honest. I'm not perfect, but if someone's out there kind of struggling with that, know that you're not alone, and fear is a very strong component in one's life to stopping you from things that you want to do. I used to get anxious just alone going to the gym, wearing clothes, wearing tank tops. Are my arms big enough? Do I look small in this? Do I look like I even lift weight? Just a bunch of bull crap that doesn't really matter at all. Just uh, I like to call it like thought diarrhea, just gross, unhelpful thoughts that the only purpose they have for you there is to instill fear and maybe distract you from things that you really want to do in your life. And I think the urgency factor is such an important thing because there's probably plenty of times in your life where you thought you want something, crave it, desire, and you may lay out the goals, but the discipline falls short. You just don't hold yourself accountable. You fall off the wagon. And in this life, no one's coming to help you with your own life. You may have people that reach out here and there, but for like big change in your life, no one's going to pick you up and go to the gym. No one's going to pick you up and do that job interview. No one's going to do these things that you need to do on your own in order to live in this world. Because from what I've learned, compassion is few and far between. And people will do you dirty, and you need a thick skin in order to survive in this life. And getting yourself right, mentally, physically, emotionally, just getting that all in line and having a urgency, right? Bringing it back to what I was talking about earlier of taking control of your life and start doing the things that you really want to do. Because, shit, man, we don't know what the future has in store. All you have today is the present moment, right here, right now. As I'm recording this video, this is all that I'm focused on, is recording and sharing my thoughts on this topic. This is a little personal part of my life, but this beanie that I'm wearing is from a friend that I grew up somewhat with. I don't even know how to go about this, but met them in high school, and they passed away about almost 3 years ago in about a month. And the way I find meaning in that they're not here with us anymore is to live life to the fullest and don't take things for granted. Ever since that day, life just has a new vibrance to me. Even in the darkest days, all I keep telling myself is keep pushing forward. You don't know what's in store. And even though this moment right now sucks, doesn't mean your life sucks. It means that your life situation is bad right now. And what's good about that reframing is that if your life situation sucks, it's a situation, and situations change. And you can really find some tremendous growth in building discipline and just seeing small changes over time build up. It's not exciting. It's downright boring as hell. There's some days I question myself and being like, what am I doing? What is the purpose of this? I don't see any results. I totally see the appeal of people cutting corners, going into pleasures, drugs, weed, alcohol, you name it. I'm not entirely sober, or more so, I've been sober from weed for 6 months counting. Trying to stop myself from PMO or prawn. That's a phrase of like, that kind of activity. That used to be a bad addiction, especially with men nowadays. It is to the point of where there's even a term for it, of gooning. I do not want to be a gooner. And if you're a man watching this, or a woman, I feel like this is more common with men, I wouldn't want you to be a gooner too. Because that phrase just has a lot of shame, not respectable, and you could do better. Can't let lust win. That's going to probably be another video I talk about, to be honest. That's its own other thing. That's something of a personal journey for me that I've been trying to work on, because a huge trigger for me is going to bed, getting ready for sleep, and before you know it, I get those thoughts. And it's hard, pun intended. But, like, working through that it's been around for so long, and it totally makes sense to me that, it's a sin. It's a demon in itself, and I feel like by building discipline and trying to go the hard road and not taking the easy way out and cutting corners, maybe in the short term it's going to suck and it's going to be hard, but most things in this fucking life are worth fighting for by not going the easy route. It may have worked as a kid, may have worked growing up and everyone's grown up with you, but as you get older and become more an adult, things start to catch up to you when you're just kind of, I don't know, botting it. You're just a bot, okay? You have no substance. You're spiritually bankrupt. You're morally just not there, and you have no compass to sit on, and people will not respect you for that. And I hope in this way that I struggle with sometimes feeling alone, and that it is hard to have these kind of conversations with my close friends, because not that I can't have them with them, it's just that life and time moving and stuff is hard. Hard to give a call to a friend. Maybe they're dealing with something in their life. Maybe they're not in the mental headspace. Maybe they just don't have that time for you. And that is sometimes hard to overcome. I had to learn that with two of my close friends that, with girlfriends and commitments and stuff. There's pros and cons to being single. And at first I thought it was a curse, but now I believe it's a blessing. And I'm truly grateful for that. And don't have this desperate energy, and I just feel very calm and peaceful with life, going by it day by day and just truly being in the now and enjoying the process. Waking up, doing my job, going to the gym when my bones and muscles are aching, my wrist joints are tight. I have to do all this stuff just to get myself back into the gym, not feeling mentally great. Maybe today I'm in the gym, I see 10 guys bigger than me, pumping harder weight, having girlfriends, and you just get down this comparison path, which is just not good. So I do this as a reminder to myself, but do better than where you were yesterday. And I apply that to the gym. And it's just a great foundation for me to where I can go with my other parts of life and see significant growth that is hard to put into words. I've been seeing some content creators talk about like semen retention and stuff, and I don't know if I truly believe in it, but it does feel nice not being manhandled by an urge and having more self-control. You feel more in control of your body, and instead of associating yourself with this up here, what your brain is doing, which is a very powerful tool, you're just you. Does that make sense? Like, you're just here. Like, you're more than this, even though for a majority of our lives, it creates your identity. Like, when I think about this, it still blows my mind because it is a really hard concept to understand in true sense. But The Power of Now, that book, has had such a profound impact on me that I believe many other people have had, to where it's a great way to live life, in my opinion. Other people do in different ways, but spirituality and just getting that in check or in line for yourself, whether it's through religion or not, is the right way to go about it. Things are crazy nowadays. You don't know what's going to really happen, and every day I just learn new stuff that blows my mind, people's behaviors, thought processes, just crap that doesn't make any sense. It's like, what are we doing? We lost the plot, and it's time for us to become better individuals for tough times ahead or good times ahead. Whatever it is, we're ready. We're ready to take it head on and see what they got. Because today, let's make it a good one and then see what it's going to be like in a year or more. There's like some parrots above me. They're making some weird noises. Weird birds. It's like dusk evening, so it's an interesting time of the day because it's like late 4, but what time is it? Yeah, it's like almost 4:50. And Can't really feel my fingers right now. Getting a little numb, but yeah, it's been a bit since I've been on the channel. Hope to upload more. If you made it up to this point, shout out to your attention span. I appreciate it a lot. Time is our most finite resource, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart when you take time out of your day to watch this, especially when there's a lot of entertainment, distractions, millions of other things you could do with your day, but you decide to watch through some of this or parts of it or only a couple seconds. Regardless, I appreciate that a lot. Anywho, that's it for me for today. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.